What's up, YouTube? This is Spade and welcome to my first ever Pokemon Online battle, and this is actually a double header, so two matches in one. First one is kind of short one, and then the second one was decently long, so I decided to combine them into one. And I must have a little mini rant at the beginning, because yesterday I did ask that would you like to see PO battles from me on the days when I'm not posting Wi-Fi battles, so extra content on days when you wouldn't see Pokemon at all. And still, you know, well, most people did like it, that's why I'm posting this, but then there's the one minority of people who say that you should stick to Wi-Fi battles, and I just said that it's not away from the Wi-Fi battles, it's extra stuff on the days when there wouldn't be Wi-Fi battles. And the reason why I can do this, it's because it's just that damn easy. Like yesterday I played for like half an hour on PO, and I got like 5 matches done, and by that time I possibly could have done 1 match, if even that, because I have to find a guy to battle, and you know, I have to, you know, connect to Wi-Fi, and usually there's trouble with Wi-Fi, but in that time I had 5 battles, so that is also one of the reasons why this is a double header. But enough of that ranting. I hope that some people are still watching this. And there you can see the teams. We are both using rain teams. Mine's on the top. I have Tornadoes and Friends. And for this match, I decided to actually lead with Swampert instead of my Politoed, because I was kind of hoping to catch something off guard, because I am Choice Banded. Much like in my previous Wi-Fi battle yesterday, this team is kind of tweaked from that team. So my opponent leads with a Tentacruel, and I just go for the EQ. It's an easy one-hit KO, and my opponent, she, I guess, only gets 1 layer of Toxic Spikes up, which is excellent. And in comes Sableye. I can't really stay in against that thing. I don't want to get burned first of all, and you know, I go into Politoed, who doesn't really mind the burn too much. I am a Choice Scarfer, special attacker, naturally, and I can set up my rain. And here I actually pull a double switch, because I was expecting her to switch out and into the T-Tar to set up the sand. So that actually works out pretty good for me. And I'm just gonna go for the Waterfall, which does about, yeah, it does 87%, but it doesn't KO even though I'm Choice Banded, so that T-Tar is just a beast. But she does manage to get up her Stealth Rocks as well. But I'm just gonna go for the Banded Waterfall again. The reason why I didn't go for EQ was simply because of the Scarm. I would be forced to switch out, and I don't have a spinner, so you know, I don't really want to get any extra shenanigans, any extra entry hazards up. And there I do get 1 flinch, which you know, definitely did matter, because she actually decides to go into her T-Tar as a death fodder. You know, Choice Banded Swampert is just a powerhouse. You just don't switch into it so easily. And in comes the what's this thing? The Sableye again, and I just switch into my Politoed. I guess I could have stayed in and just gone for the Waterfall, since she can't burn me, and she just goes for the foul play actually. But I figured, you know, it's better to attack the thing, Sableye, from the special side, so I just go for the Hydro Pump. She death fodders her Skarmory, and I'm taking a bit more damage from the Toxic Spikes, but it's fine. And in comes the Blissey. I'm just gonna go into my Ferrothorn, because I figure I can pretty much set up on it. At least I can get my Stealth Rocks up, finally. So that is what I'm going to do. She goes for the Seismic Toast, you know, does the standard 100 damage. But in comes the Reuniclus, which is kind of bad, because, you know, she can pretty much set up on me, and, you know, I can't do anything to it pretty much. So I go into my Politoed, pretty much as a death fodder at this point. I was kind of hoping to survive this toxic damage, but you know, unfortunately with the Stealth Rocks, you know, it's not enough for me to live, so I die. But this gives me a chance to go back into my Swampert, wreck something with Choice Banded Waterfall in the rain, and in comes Sableye. I get a crit. Not sure if it mattered, but then again, you know, I guess she could have used the foul play and at least almost KO'd me. But you know, then again, it's in the rain again, and it even KOs this Blissey again. That is the power of Choice Banded Swampert, and I still got some life in me, so I'm just gonna go for a another one. This is gonna be my last waterfall, and in comes 3 Unicorns. It does like over 80%, and she is gonna be able to recover. But this damage will be enough, more than plenty, for my tornadoes to come in and just clean house with the hurricane. So that is what I'm going to proceed to do. And she's about to get rocked like a hurricane, but the playback ends, so I guess she just ran from the match, so you don't get to see the awesome animation of hurricane. But whatever, that will be the first match. Hopefully it wasn't too bad, you know. It's still reasonably easy to follow, and you know, these battles are really easy to do. But without further ado, let's just jump right into the next match. And there you can see the teams again. I, of course, used the same team as I did in the first one. And I just decided to lead with Politoad, actually. Because, like you can see, my opponent does not have any weather inducers in his team. So I figured it would be the safest move. And also, you know, I'm Choice Scarf. And I can hit everything pretty hard with the modest nature rain boosted hydro pump. So that was the thought process behind that little team preview there. So without further ado, let's just jump right into the next battle. And my opponent actually leads with Magnezone, I guess, expecting something like Ferrothorn or something. And I just go for the hydro pump. You know, I was kind of hoping that you know, it might even kill, but of course not from full health, since I'm only modest Scarf, not Specs or anything. And he actually goes for Substitute, because I guess he was hoping to scout that if I was more of a bulky setter or something, but it doesn't pay off for him. And luckily my hydro pumps hit. Actually on few crucial points in a couple of battles they have missed and cost me matches, which has really sucked. I tend to miss hydro pump a lot more in PO. But anyways, in comes Kyurem. I'm gonna switch away from the Dragon Pulse, go into my Ferrothorn, and he's actually going to go for the Focus Miss and, you know, hit the Focus Miss, so to speak, as I get off my Stealth Rocks. I kind of forgot about Focus Blast, so I thought I could, you know, set up, but you know, that is not the case. And now that I know he has the Focus Blast, and now I'm pretty sure he's gonna use it, I go into my Tornadoes to resist it, and he's gonna Focus Miss again, which actually did matter, because, you know, I was thinking I could take him out, but he lives with like 3% of his health, and had he hit the Focus Blast, which wouldn't have done too much, I could have taken him out. But now he actually takes me out in the process, and you know, he's gonna die to Life Orb, which, you know, sucks because I lose my Tornadoes. But oh well, it tends to happen, the hacks and the shenanigans. But whatever, on the double knockout, I go into my Choice Bandit Swampert again, and my opponent goes into Mens, gets the Intimidate, and he thinks it's fine to set up here, so he goes for the Dragon Dance to get his speed and attack up. But, you know, I carry the Ice Punch. I'm not really sure why he wasn't fearing the pretty obvious Ice Beam, but, you know, I guess he assumed... he just assumed wrong, and he has to pay for his mistake. But now he gets a free switch into his Lucario, especially now after Intimidate. I cannot stay in against this thing, but the bad thing is that he could possibly get up a Swords Dance. I just go into my Politoad, kinda as a pivot switch, see what he wants to do. If he just goes for the SD, I guess I could have possibly lived one Extreme Speed, but with the combination of CC and the E-Speed, you know, he will be able to take me out. But this gives me the chance to go back into my Swampert, and I'm just gonna go for the Waterfall right here. And I'm just gonna speed this part up a bit, because I actually stay in here for a few turns. First I just wanted to scout, you know, what could he do to me? What kind of Latias am I dealing with? My Waterfalls actually aren't doing as much as I was hoping, and he's just recovering it off. And basically, you know, there's that stall war going on. But I was kind of hoping that, you know, if I just spam Waterfall, eventually I could possibly even get a crit. But, you know, there's a bit of a min-max damage variation too, as you see the first one that I hit did like 41%, and now the previous one did like 36%, and there was a random pop-up. Somebody wanted to battle me, but I said no, because I was recording this match. Anyways, rambling, I think at this point, yeah, I finally switch out. And this time I go into my Blissey, since he's just recovering off the damage, you know. No point to stay in, and for longer at least. I kind of stayed in for too long already. But finally I go into my Blissey. He starts calm mining it up, but I'm just gonna go for the toxic on this turn. So basically, you know, I just have to wait for a couple turns and then I can take him out. And on the following turn, I'm just gonna go for the wish, I think, as he keeps on calm mining. Because I've already seen the psychic, and he most likely is running dual stab with recover. So Ferrothorn resisting Latias's both moves, the dual stab moves. I'm just gonna switch into it, and you know, after the wish, you know, I can take a hit much better now. There you go, it does about 26%, but at least now I can heal all the way back to full health, so I really shouldn't have any trouble dealing with this Latias. And since Toxic has already racked up for, you know, a couple turns, instead of you know, going for 2 gyro balls, I figure I can set up at least 1 layer of spikes and then kill him off on the next turn. He actually ends up getting a crit on the first Dragon Balls, but which, you know, kind of sucks, but I still take it really well. There you can see how beastly Ferrothorn really is. And he goes for another one, but I live that. I go for the Gyro Ball. It does a respectable chunk, and it should bring him down to a range where Toxic will take him out, and it does. So I did actually perfectly calculate that to get the maximum benefit of setting up some stuff, and then also taking him out in the process while stalling. But anyways, in comes Heatran. I really don't want to stay in against him, and Blissey is pretty much a perfect switch in, and in Gen 5, you know, you don't really have to fear the explosion since it got nerfed. Nobody uses it anymore, but Blissey takes a hit really well, especially in the rain. And I think there's also my evil Blissey with 666 HP, although you can't see it here. But in comes Lucario, and I'm just gonna make another wish just to play it safe, and I think I'm gonna switch out here on the following turn, and I go into my Raikou. Kind of a safe play, because if he goes for CC, I know my Raikou can take a hit, because I actually run max HP on this Raikou, so you know, if he went for CC, he would just get the defense drops. But you know, since I do have the max HP, I know I should still pretty easily be able to take an extreme speed, and it does about 55%, and I am carrying leftovers, so you know, if he would survive this Thunder, I could still most likely take one, because lefties recovers like about 6% of your health. Kind of depends on min-max though. So anyways, I'm rambling here, so who cares. I take him out with the Thunder. You know, the thing what I was scared of was that I'm not running special attack EVs, because this is actually a rest, sleep, talk, calm mining set which I was trying out, and you know, there you can see it doesn't do that much to the Heatran, which is just gonna be able to take me out with Earth Power easily from this range. But you know, he can't really do anything to my Blissey, and Heatran is his last guy, so I'm just gonna whittle him down with my Thunders. I think I actually end up getting a crit here on this first one. I do. I guess he could have lived, but you know, then again, it didn't really matter. So that will be the game. So thank you for watching these couple PO matches. I hope you guys enjoyed. Although it's not Wi-Fi, I prefer Wi-Fi myself too. Like I said, it's much more cool looking. Although, you know, now it's actually decently enjoyable with this PO animator. That is the reason why I figured I could do at least, you know, one of these. But again, you know, hope you guys enjoyed, and leave me some feedback. Would you like to see more of PO battles on the days when I'm not posting Wi-Fi battles at all? So do you really think it's a bad trait for me to post these kind of battles on the days when I'm not posting Wi-Fi at all? Because Wi-Fi battles just take so much time, and these are really easy to do. That's why I could post them on random days. But that will be all for today. I will be posting the live narration that I did of my first ever Pokemon Online battle later today. You know, that's kind of hard for your eyes, because, you know, there aren't animation and it's kind of difficult to follow. but I figured I could post that one, and it's live, so you know there's the thing of doing things live, and you really can't know what's going to happen. And prediction, I have to put my prediction skills to a test, and especially since it was my first match. So I hope that you guys will be enjoying it as well later today. So this will be, however, all for today. I've been rambling for way too long here. It's like 15 minutes long already, this upload. Oh well, that will be all for today. Thank you for watching. This is TheFlamingSpade signing out. Peace.